12-year-old Leo loved middle school, except for the 20 minutes of recess. Recess meant crossing paths with Marcus. Marcus was a head taller than anyone else in the 7th grade, with broad shoulders and a deep, booming laugh that usually meant someone else was the punchline. Like Leo, Marcus had deep, rich brown skin and dark coily hair, but that was where their similarities ended. Where Leo was quiet and preferred the corners of the schoolyard, Marcus demanded the center stage, usually at Leo's expense. The trouble had started on Monday. Leo had been sitting on a bench, unwrapping a foil packet containing his favorite lunch, his grandmother's famous jerk chicken and hard dough bread. A shadow had fallen over him. "Smells good, little man," Marcus had sneered, effortlessly plucking the foil right out of Leo's hands. Before Leo could even protest, Marcus had walked away, taking a huge bite and high-fiving his friends. Leo had spent the rest of the day with a growling stomach. On Wednesday, things got worse. Leo was walking down the crowded hallway toward the cafeteria when a heavy hand shoved him hard against the lockers. Leo stumbled, his backpack slipping off his shoulder. As he scrambled to catch it, the $3 bills he had brought for a snack fluttered to the floor. Marcus's large sneaker stepped on the money. "Thanks for the donation," Marcus had laughed, scooping up the crumpled bills and walking off while Leo was still trying to catch his breath. By Friday, Leo felt like he was carrying a heavy rock in his chest. He tried to hide during free period, finding a quiet spot near the library. He pulled out his sketchbook and his favorite drawing pencil, a thick, dark 6B graphite pencil his dad had bought him for his birthday. Drawing always made him feel better. Suddenly, a large hand swooped down and snatched the pencil right off the paper, leaving a harsh, jagged line across Leo's drawing. "Nice pencil," Marcus said, twirling it between his thick fingers. "I need one for math. I'll be taking this." Leo froze. He had let the lunch go. He had let the money go. He had even tried to ignore being pushed. But the pencil was special. As Marcus turned his back to walk away, something inside Leo snapped. The heavy rock in his chest turned into a spark of pure, blazing heat. "Marcus, stop!" The words echoed in the suddenly quiet hallway. A few students who were lingering near the water fountain turned to stare. Marcus stopped, turning around slowly. A look of genuine confusion crossed his face. He wasn't used to anyone talking back, let alone Leo. "Excuse me?" Marcus challenged, stepping back toward Leo. He puffed out his chest, trying to use his height to cast an intimidating shadow. Leo's heart was hammering against his ribs like a trapped bird. His palms were sweating, and his knees felt like jelly. But he didn't look down. He planted his sneakers firmly on the linoleum floor, stood up straight, and looked Marcus right in the eye. "I said stop," Leo repeated, his voice surprisingly steady and loud enough for everyone around them to hear. "You took my lunch on Monday. You pushed me and took my money on Wednesday. But you are not taking my pencil." Marcus let out a forced, scoffing laugh, but he looked around nervously. A small crowd was beginning to gather, watching the showdown. Bullies thrive in the shadows, and Leo was dragging Marcus right into the spotlight. "It's just a pencil, little man," Marcus said, though his voice lacked its usual booming confidence. It's my pencil. Leo stepped forward, closing the distance between them. He didn't raise his fists, but his posture was immovable. Give it back, right now, and you are done messing with me. The silence in the hallway was thick. The other students watched, holding their breath, waiting to see what the bigger boy would do. Marcus looked at the pencil in his hand, then down at Leo. He saw the fierce, unblinking determination in Leo's dark eyes. There was no fear left to feed on, only a boundary made of solid steel. Marcus realized he had a choice: escalate this into a real fight with an audience and definitely get suspended, or back down. For the first time all week, Marcus looked small. He tossed the pencil onto Leo's sketchbook. "Keep your stupid pencil," Marcus muttered, avoiding eye contact with the crowd. He shoved his hands deep into his pockets and walked away quickly down the hall, his shoulders slumped. Leo picked up the pencil. His hands were shaking slightly, but a massive wave of relief washed over him. He wiped the sweat from his forehead and looked around at the other students, who gave him small nods of respect before dispersing. Leo sat back down and opened his sketchbook. The jagged line Marcus had drawn was still there. Instead of erasing it, Leo smiled, gripped his pencil, and turned the ugly mark into the trunk of a tall, strong tree. He knew Marcus might still be a bully to others, and school wouldn't always be perfect. But one thing was certain: Marcus would never bother him again.
If there is a Marcus in your school making you feel small, remember these 4 things. It is okay to be scared. Bravery doesn't mean you aren't afraid. It means you decide to speak up even when your hands are shaking. Number 2, your voice is your superpower. You just need to plant your feet on the ground, looking him or her right in the eye and firmly saying, "Stop." Number 3, bullies rely on your silence. Marcus got away with taking Leo's lunch and money because it happened quietly, so speak up. Number 4, you deserve respect. You have a right to your space, your lunch, and your belongings. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. Listen to me carefully. While Leo handled this bully on his own, you never have to.
If someone is hurting you or taking your things, always tell a teacher, parent, or trusted adult so they can stand in your corner. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Have you ever been bullied before, and how did you handle it?